barely 5 hours, from like 2 something to a little after 7 something. And then I got up and I was composing this. I looked at the portal, and that case manager I want nothing to do with was already 4 days after my mom's hooked up to a ventilator, might not even survive, and she's already, that case manager's already contacting that nursing home who's going to hold a bed for my mom. You don't contact me to see if I even want her sent back there? What is wrong with you? It only proves it. That should tell anybody anything they need to know about this horrible person, this woman. Okay? So I sent out an SOS yesterday before I read the portal thing. And to people from my mom's church, to anybody I knew, just please take me today. Take me today so I can get this straightened out, to make sure neither the doctor nor that case manager go anywhere near my mom. Again, case manager already went near my mom in the ICU, but didn't bother to contact me to see if in any universe, not in any over my dead body, is my mom going back to that nursing home. That 1 star Medicare rated. Can't get less than 1 star. So I'm giving this to the hospital today. It's only a part of a letter I spent hours composing this morning. To whom it may concern, I would mail this short letter by a certified mail, but there's no time. I know how quickly things can happen in this hospital in terms of a patient like my mother. A patient like my mother being medically cleared to be sent to a skilled nursing facility for the type of rehab it's important for her to be regularly receiving as soon as possible after hip surgery. Hip replacement surgery. I just now went out to your portal to get caught up on a good deal of progress notes I hadn't yet read. First and foremost, my mother blank will not under any circumstances be returned to that horrible 1 star Medicare rated nursing facility where she didn't even have a call line, and the case manager's brilliant solution was to give my mother a small bell to ring, a bell that would at all times have to stay in my bedridden mother's bed with her, because, as I immediately pointed out to the case manager, if left on the small table where my mother would be eating, drinking every day, that stupid bell would inevitably end up accidentally on the floor. On 11/7, day I learned of broken call light and bell, I knew my helpless bedridden mother would likely end up accidentally dropping on the floor, or would end up ringing and ringing and nobody would hear it or respond to her need for some sort of help. I left that nursing home feeling extremely dejected, but of course never imagined a nurse would find my poor mother unresponsive and barely breathing the very next morning. Secondly, per my detailed phone conversation with head honcho, neither a doctor or case manager are to go anywhere near my mother or me. I intend to work very closely with a new-to-me case manager so that this case manager and I can together try our very best to locate for my mother a much higher-rated skilled nursing facility where I believe my mother will have a better chance of survival, but where I'm also able to get to in under 3 hours via public transportation. Prior to name of case manager, pressure, prior to case manager pressuring me to make a quick decision on where to send my mother for rehab, and case manager and doctor subsequently ganging up on me, insisting my mother be immediately sent to X rehab facility, nursing facility, where I would be unable to get to until the next day. I'd been conducting my own online research. Turns out there are several higher and even high-rated skilled nursing facilities and blah, blah, blah that I can get to, in a reasonable amount of time via public transportation. I have made the wise decision that even if skilled nursing facilities willing and able to accept my mom are located closer to where I live, I never again, unless I truly have no choice because I'm able to get to the higher rated facilities at all via public transportation, want my mother's life to be in the hands of people working at any skilled nursing facility that couldn't manage to, at the very least, earn 2 measly stars from Medicare. Today I wrote and typed up a detailed letter in my email, but this was all I had time to handwrite when I don't have a working printer. That doesn't get into the reasons why or anything. I talked at length with switchboard operator, who instructed me what I already knew. Get there today. Yeah, I normally wouldn't be able to get there today. And talk to the head charge nurse, and tell them your wishes. Again, I ran it by the head honcho. But the head honcho can only deal with his end of it, which is the medical, the nurses and doctors who fucked up. Who knows who fucked up, where, when, or why, the system, a glitch, who, doesn't matter. The fact is, I wrote a detailed letter that it'll take too long to send certified. Think about it, how quickly these things happen where she's out of the ICU, she's in a new unit. Might want to medically clear her immediately because she needs to be getting rehab. She had all this in between where she's not getting rehab and she's in extreme danger. But she's also in extreme danger being sent to these 1-star facilities. Again, the trick is they don't have 1-star regular rating. But a regular rating can be based on just a few reviews, okay? Both the last place she was in for the 3 months and this place has horrible, has people saying horrible things, but that can be the case anytime, probably even higher rated facilities. I want my mom to have a fighting chance, that's all. It's no guarantee. Where the bad things happened during the pandemic 4 years ago, when I couldn't visit and I didn't know what was happening, I couldn't be hands-on, was a really high-rated facility. And I wouldn't object to her being sent back there these years later, I have to pick my battles, but I'm not going to let her be sent ever again to a low-rated one, even if it's a 5-minute walk from me. I can't do it anymore. Any given moment, she's in danger. She's in the ICU, and I read it on the portal, too. My mom has a broken hip. She can't get up, and she's struggling to get up, even when I was with her. I want to get up. I want to get up. You can't get up, Mom. See? She always wants to get up. She puts herself in danger. It's so fucking sad. It's so fucking sad. So anyway, I begged, and one of the church people's coming here after church to bring me to see my mom. She's like, okay, I can't stay that. You're coming with me, and you're going with me, and that's great. I just saw my mom yesterday for over an hour. This is not to see my mom. You can see my mom while I go talk to people and make sure that I don't get any phone calls from someone I want. Nothing. Can you imagine the audacity of that case manager? My mom's hooked up to a ventilator, fighting for her life. I didn't know about this till today. Okay, but 4 days after my mom's in there, hooked up to a ventilator, fighting for her life, that case manager doesn't contact me and say, hey, do you want your mom to go back to this place? No, I hear it. She contacts them, and they say, we'll hold the bed. Fuck you, cunt. Ugh. That just shows how she is. Throwing her weight around the horrible way she treated me. You don't contact the patient's invoked healthcare proxy to see if she wants her mom sent back to the facility where less than 2 days she was found non-responsive, not breathing. We don't know what happened. You don't contact me courteously. You contact them and, oh yeah, we'll hold the bed for her. Fuck you. I told you that head nurse that day where I'd already spoken with at length the first day after my mom was there the night before, and I begged just to wait till tomorrow morning. They're just awful. It's awful. It's awful. It's all awful. All around. We're circling back to the same fucking thing. I just found out today, can you imagine? I read it in the portal. Saw so-and-so, the name of my mom. She was unable to respond. She's hooked up to a ventilator, you stupid bitch. I contacted name of that facility where my mom will go back to over my dead body. But if she had courtesy, if this woman had courtesy, which provably she has none, she treats me like dog crap, she would contact me. Do you want your mom to go back there? We don't know what happened. We'll probably never know. We don't know. They didn't do something. We don't know. What we do know is I found my mom late afternoon, unable to talk, right? Going, I said, Mama, how you doing? Please talk to me. I'm begging you. I started crying almost, And they're not thinking there's something wrong with that. They're just going to follow medical orders to give her that fluid restriction. Meanwhile, she was dying of fucking thirst. I would never, ever go back there. But the fact that that bitch cunt case manager, I hope, has disciplinary action against her. Okay, we already know the doctors, nurses, whatever, the fluid restriction that was in place when it shouldn't have been, put my mom's life in danger. Luckily, I'm on the fucking ball. We already know they're being disciplined because I talked to their bigwig, their head honcho. We don't even know about this one. She goes waltzing into the ICU 4 days after my mom's in there and doesn't bother to contact me to see if I want my mother sent back to that goddamn fucking 1-star medicated rated facility. My God.